Um, so I just want to talk about a video I saw today. I think early this morning when I was working out, I actually saw an Abba and Preach video today. They were talking about like forgiveness and like forgiving your parents and like finally letting go of the things they did to you. And I feel like that's been like an overarching theme for me. Like especially this 2023, I think for me it's been like like learning how to forgive family, learning how to forgive people. That's something I really struggle with. I'm not going to lie. They talk in the video. I'm going to actually link it below if you want to see it. But they actually made a lot of really good points, especially like me myself. I'm an immigrant, so when your parents are coming from a different country and you're coming from a different country and then they're raising you here, especially like if you're the oldest, like I'm the oldest, so you see different aspects of your parents, like especially if you're the oldest and then you have other siblings. You just see how your parents have changed when it comes to like dealing with you, or how they were when it comes to like dealing with your siblings. Like I feel like when you're the first child, they call the first child the starter child. When you're the first child, parents tend to be harder on you, like certain things they do. I feel like with you, they're experimenting, they're just getting to see what will work and what won't work. But unfortunately, a lot of times, some things they do, I would say maybe it would still stick with you. So they made a really good point in the video. They were talking about how they're like two different types of like immigrant children, or children that are immigrants, when it comes to their parents. Like there's some of them who all they do is complain about their parents, and then there's some who all they do is like protect their parents, so like they don't even want to like acknowledge the fact that, oh, my parents might have made a mistake, or oh, my parents, my X, Y, and Z. Like they don't want to, like there's a part of them that doesn't even want to acknowledge that like anything ever happened. Like I think I'm at the point now for myself that I no longer like pedestalize my like parents. Like I don't pedestalize them, I see them as people. So at this point I feel like I'm a little bit, like when they were talking about in the video, I'm a little bit resentful, I'm not going to lie. um and that's something I struggle with. Like I've been getting like a lot of downloads to maybe like let go let go of some of the resentment I feel, because I felt like before I was more in the field of like, oh well, everything's fine, like nothing's wrong, nothing happened, like I'm not angry. But that was because I wasn't allowing myself to really like feel how I was feeling and like really analyze how I felt. But I think I'm tired now. I think I'm tired of being angry. I think I'm willing to forgive now. It's just time for me to just like work through some of the things I need to work through and just like let it go, if that makes sense. Like not necessarily, and when I say let go, I don't mean necessarily like absolving people from anything, but I'm just saying like just for the sake of yourself and just for the sake of like moving on in life. I think I'm just tired. Like I'm just ready to literally just start my life properly. And I really do feel like a lot of the anger and resentment I was holding on to was really, really, really hindering me in life. I actually even feel like it was literally blocking some things I want to do in life, like career wise. I really do think that type of anger has just been holding me back in life, and I just feel like it's time for me to move on. I definitely feel like it came to me after a long time. It's not something that like just came to me one day. For me especially, like I feel like anger and resentment is something that I've been having to work through a lot as a child, especially since the upbringing I was brought up into. Like emotions isn't something that was necessarily encouraged. So I think my default was like anger, but I wasn't even allowed to express anger. So that's something I didn't know how to like you know allow myself to feel. So yeah, that's the only musing I want to talk about today. Was like I think I finally come to terms with the fact that yeah, I'm willing to like fully forgive and not just say I've forgiven, and then later I'll be thinking about things that happened or things that have been said to me, and then just getting angry. I feel like I've gotten to a space now that I'm wholeheartedly and fully committed to forgive, let go, and just move on with my life, so that, like, you know, all of my blessings can finally come into my life. So on a less, I think on a less serious note, honestly, I don't think I'm going to really put it in the title, but like, I don't know if you guys have been seeing the things that's been going on TikTok with the whole, oh, the lash mascara thing with Michaela, right? Yeah, I get it. She lied. Like, she lied about her lashes, and that's a bad thing. I hopefully she can acknowledge that she lied, but I'm not liking how some people are trying to use this as an excuse for Jeffree Star to just come back and tell it like he is and whatever. Like, people are praising him, but it seems like people are forgetting the type of person he was, like why he got cancelled in the first place. Like, this man is literally a bigot. Jeffree Star is a bigot. So the fact that people are, like, you know, trying to celebrate him now, that's just so weird to me. I feel like you can't hold somebody accountable without allowing a bigot to come back. It's just so strange for me. Like, maybe some people just don't care. I don't know about you, but I feel like some people just don't care. Maybe because he was telling black people he was gonna throw acid on them. Like, he was telling black women he was gonna throw acid on them and beat them up. So some people didn't care. But personally, that's just so weird to me. I feel like you can hold Michaela accountable without saying, oh, Jeffree Star should come back, oh, James Charles to come back. Like, that's just strange. That's just strange behavior to me. It's just very weird. Like, you can hold somebody accountable without bringing like a literal bigot back. Like, Jeffree Star is literally a bigot. He's a bigot. And as a black woman, it's just weird. It's really strange to me how people are being so gung-ho for him to come back, so he can come back and give us our honest reviews. You can literally watch other makeup artists. There are other makeup artists who are not racist, who are not bigots, and who are honest about the reviews that you can watch. I mean, if you want to watch Jeffree Star, you don't care about his bigotry and you care about, like, him getting sued for, like, you know, sexual assault, paying off people for sexual assault, that's fine. But, like, to try and use this time to, like, drag Michaela and, like, try to bring him back is just strange for me. Does she deserve, like, getting chastised? Yes, because she's lying. That was a paid this thing. Hopefully the FCC doesn't get, you know, involved. That was a paid this thing. But come on, you guys are comparing her to Jeffree Star and saying she's just as bad or worse than Jeffree Star. To my knowledge, Michaela has not made bigoted statements, you know, like, against a particular group. So it's okay to say, oh, you did wrong. I should acknowledge that you're wrong. Yeah. But to pretend like what she did is on the same field as Jeffree Star is just asinine to me. And it's weird. Like, if you want to support Jeffree, you can support Jeffree without trying to justify it. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you. Okay, well, thank you for watching, and see you next time.